The street becomes a river, and panic turns neighbors into strangers. A young man runs anyway, as if refusing to let fear write the ending. Power gathers in warm rooms, while the cold soaks everyone. Outside, the kingdom has no king, only men who want to be one. Merlin reads the storm like a verdict written across the sky. He senses a choice approaching that will cost blood whether anyone wants it or not. Merlin does not beg for trust, he demands attention. Arthur follows, because the old man speaks like someone who already knows his name. Everyone came for certainty, but certainty is the rarest thing in a broken kingdom. The crowd presses inward, hungry for a sign they can believe. Steel stands where it shouldn't, quiet and certain, in the middle of the storm. Arthur feels danger first, because power always attracts teeth. They pull like the kingdom is a prize to be ripped free by force. The sword answers with silence, and pride curdles into anger. He doesn't announce himself, and that humility sharpens the moment. Arthur grips the hilt as if choosing to risk everything with one breath. The blade moves like it was waiting for the right hands, not the strongest ones. That scrape of steel leaving stone lands heavier than any cheer. The crowd does not celebrate right away. Power makes people afraid before it makes them proud. Arthur's calm becomes the thin wall that keeps the moment from spilling blood. Merlin doesn't celebrate, because he understands what the sword truly costs. One quiet nod turns a lucky moment into a destiny the kingdom can't ignore. The sword's first lesson isn't victory, it's restraint under pressure. Arthur refuses to become a killer just because he can. A chosen king still has to survive the first night. Merlin guides him. Through the city, like the streets themselves, are part of the test. In the hush of ruin, Arthur finally understands the sword didn't give him safety, it gave him responsibility. He accepts it with a vow that sounds more like work than prophecy. Merlin offers a path that sounds impossible, and Arthur chooses it anyway. The road forward begins with wet boots, not applause. The city behind them still argues about who should rule it. Arthur keeps walking because destiny does not wait for consensus. Through the fog, Camelot looks less like a dream and more like a challenge carved into stone. Arthur steps forward, and the kingdom's next fight finally has a name. Arthur holds his ground, as if he has already learned what kings must endure.